assistant professor of accounting at the University of Portland in Portland, Oregon. I am a CPA who worked in practice as a nonprofit auditor and then decided to go back for my PhD to become an academic. My research area is the intersection of accounting and social justice issues. I do a lot of work in the diversity space about implicit bias, intersectionality, and also just kind of what's going on in our profession when it comes to attitudes about DEI and what we in the profession can do to be more inclusive and accessible. My whole path has been a little bit unconventional. I have an undergraduate degree from the University of Texas at Austin, Hook'em Horns, in piano performance. So I'm a classical musician, and I got a piano performance degree in Austin, and I graduated, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? When I was thinking about what I wanted to do after I decided maybe pursuing a music career was not the best choice, I kind of realized that every debit there's a credit, there's a balance, everything has a place, and it's a linear, sequential, formulaic kind of a discipline. Classical music is a linear, sequential, formulaic kind of a discipline, so transitioning from Beethoven to balance sheet was really not that difficult, but it was just an opportunity for me to move into something different. So I went and got an MBA, working full-time as an accountant for this small company, and then I went into practice, got my CPA license, spent some time there before I went back to get my PhD. One of the things that I learned as part of this process and early on in my life is that it's never too late to course correct, and that there is not a right way to get to where you want to go. I think that my experience having shifted so much has made me more understanding of students when they shift. And honestly, when they come in and we're talking about what they're going to do, my general comment to them is like, how are you supposed to know what you're going to do with the rest of your life? I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, and I've had much more life experiences than you. I don't ask them, what do you want to do with your career? I ask them, what are you thinking about for your next step? What's going to be the next place that you go to find a fit for you? What is it that you value? What do you prioritize? What do you care about? And how do we help you do that thing? Accounting is a stable, secure profession. There's an opportunity for us to, in our individual sphere of influence, make a difference to people that we care about. It's maybe not on like a national, global heroism scale, but I think that the individual impact that our students can have once they become professionals changes lives, and that is a noble calling. I received a teaching award at my university, and it was on behalf of the student athletes nominate professors who have made a difference in their life. 3 of my students had nominated me, and I was reading their nomination, and it brought me to tears, and they were talking about this professor was there for me when my grandfather passed away and helped me still get through the class and met with me separately and was just kind enough to talk to me when I was going through this. This professor just has respect for everybody and cares about their students, and it's so obvious. We're all human beings, and I see my students first and foremost as the beautiful, perfect and perfect human beings that they are. And I recognize I have in my life had times where I desperately needed compassion and grace because I was dealing with some stuff, and somebody was kind enough to give it to me. And so when I am working with my students and they come to me, whatever the problem is, I'm like, okay, that's valid. I hear you. I understand that you're feeling the way you're feeling. I learn so much from my students on a daily basis, and I am so privileged to have them in my life because they teach me so much. If I'm helping prepare them to go into this profession and be the change they want to see in the world, then at some point they'll reach the levels of the profession where they can be. I'm Claire Costin, and I am an agent of transformation.